What up, family? Right back at you with the Like Father, Like Son podcast. It's your boy Radio God Stu.
And this is your brother Sutek Ra.
And this is the part of the show, Two Sides A Biscuit, where we engage with the listener and the viewer. We ask that y'all participate with us in answering questions and topics and just giving us your opinions on different things. You can go to our Facebook page, Like Father, Like Son. We recently posted a question asking, can the Black Lives Matter organization and the Black Liberation Movement coexist? Are they enemies? Can they be allies? Are they counterproductive to each other? Or are they diluting each other's messages? So we went to our Facebook page to check out the commentary, and this is what they had to say.
Okay. One of the brothers, Lee Anthony Cobbs, he posted a tweet from a brother, Darren Seals. I don't know how many of you are familiar with this brother, Darren Seals, but he was murdered. It was labeled a homicide. He was found shot in a burning car. Darren Seals was a brother who was an activist in Ferguson, Missouri, during the whole Ron Brown fiasco.
Mike Brown
fiasco.
Ron Brown died in a plane crash.
Right. He was the politician.
Politician.
Yeah.
Mike
Brown. Mike Brown. He was one of the leaders down there in Ferguson in the protest marches. And when Black Lives Matter got involved, he kind of joined forces with them, but then he started to see some irregularities with them. So Darren Seals had tweeted out, when white elites own and control your pro-black movement, it's not pro-black, it's a white movement in blackface. Hashtag Black Lives Matter. As shortly after that, that brother was found murdered in a car. So that's what the brother Lee Anthony Cobbs, thank you very much for that comment, brother. I think it sheds a lot of light on things. Now, that's one side. The other side is one of the sisters who commented, Ms. Yolanda Willis. She said, the question as I understand it is, can Black Lives Matter and RBG be allies? And she says the short answer is yes. No two nations agree with every ideal of their allies. Leadership in both nations, i.e. organizations, can and should address directly those ideals that are in opposition and clearly lay out what threatens the alliance. As long as it's clear, respected, and each side held accountable, then it could work. So those are the two sides. Let's give them the biscuit.
Give them the biscuit.
And my thoughts on it are, clearly there's a separation between the Black Lives Matter movement, which, like the brother Darren Seals says, is funded by whites. And it has come out that there is a LGBTQ agenda associated with the Black Lives Matter movement. Now, let's understand, most people identify with the Black Lives Matter slogan
that you hear them chanting out all
the time, as opposed to really identifying with the Black Lives Matter organization.
Right.
Two, in most people's mind, is two entirely different things. Because the slogan came out first, and then those people came and took that slogan and built the organization behind it. And, you know, there's a separation, because in most people's mind, Black Lives Matter is addressing
social injustice,
police
brutality
to black people in general.
Right.
Black Lives Matter is, from reading their website, they have more of an LGBTQ flavor component associated with their message and their mission. So my issue is with Black LGBTQ. I have trouble saying letters all the time, but my issue is with that is, where are their loyalties? If their loyalties are with the black race first, then I think we can be allies and struggle together. Understand? But if their loyalties are with their LGBTQ comrades of other ethnic groups and races, then I think that might cause a problem. So
I feel like that, you know, it should be race first because you're discriminated based on the color of your skin when you walk out the house. You're not discriminated based on your sexual preference. You know,
Right.
for some people, I wouldn't even know your sexual preference until you tell me.
until you tell them, right?
So-
it's none of my business anyway.
And it's none of my business. And I'm going to treat you equally and fairly either way. But I also feel like the LGBTQ community, sometimes they do attach themselves to black rights because they know once black people get afforded certain rights,
Right.
they come along, they benefit
Right.
from the fight that black people put up.
Right.
And you know, I don't mind them being a part of the fight for black people. You know, just make sure that your intentions are pure and you're not just doing it.
Race first.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So this is definitely
That's the biscuit. We just put that butter and jelly on it.
boy, butter and jelly.
There
man.
you go, man.
Cheddar base style, all right? Y'all know what it is, man. Make sure that y'all engage with us as well. Make sure that you leave your comments. We would love to hear from you. Like Father, Like Son podcast. Make sure that you like, comment, and subscribe as well. You know what it is, KSPforever.com. Your boy Radio God Stu. But my motto is, a father that can be proud of his son can also be proud of himself.
And my motto is, in order for the black man to live, the Negro has got to die. Death to the Negro.